Intro. Sun rises over the endless sands of Iraq. It's January 19, 1991. Operation Desert Storm, the largest air campaign since World War II, has begun. 30,000 feet above the desert, two American F-15C Eagles slice through the cold morning air. Their mission, protect the strike package of F-16s heading toward Baghdad. Their names, Captain Cesar Rico Rodriguez and Captain Craig Mole Underhill. They are the hunters in a sky filled with predators. Soft radio chatter fades in. Eagle 1, check weapons. Weapons hot. Systems green. No one knows it yet, but in a few minutes, these two men will face one of the most dangerous dogfights of the Gulf War. Welcome to Deep Story Hub. If you love real-life war stories, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive deep into Eagles over Iraq. Strike over Baghdad below them. The roar of F-16s echoes through the clouds. 36 jets flying in perfect formation, loaded with 2,000-pound bombs. Their target, Iraqi ammunition depots just outside Baghdad. As the strike jets descend, explosions light up the desert. Massive clouds of fire and dust bloom into the air. Anti-aircraft guns begin to fire blindly into the sky. Rico and Mole stay high above, scanning their radar screens. Their job, to keep the bombers safe from enemy fighters. Then, a calm but urgent voice crackles through their radio. Eagle 1, AWACS here. You have to hostiles. Bearing 040 for 35 miles. Rico replies, greater than roger that. AWACS. We'll take the 040. He pushes the throttle forward. The twin engines roar to life, and the F-15C surges ahead. Far beyond, two dots on the radar begin to move fast. MiG-29 Fulcrums, Iraq's most advanced fighter jets. The sky turns into a chessboard. Each side knows that one wrong move means death. Rico selects his AIM-7 Sparrow missile, a medium-range radar-guided weapon. But the Iraqis have already begun their trick. They dive low, hiding in the radar clutter near the desert surface. For a few seconds, Rico's radar flickers, and then they vanish. Lost contact, he says. They're in the notch, Mole replies. Meaning the MiGs are using the radar's blind spot. Rico tightens his grip on the stick. Sweat runs down his temple. Let's dance. All right. Fulcrums, the MiGs pop back onto radar, 12 miles out, then vanish again. Rico realizes what's happening. They're toying with him, staying just far enough to provoke, but not far enough to escape. At 30,000 feet, above a land covered in smoke and fire, to F-15's chase ghost. The chase leads them dangerously close to Baghdad. Their radar warning receivers suddenly light up with signals. Dozens of them. Sam's ahead. Mole shouts. They've been lured straight toward a field of S-125 surface-to-air missiles, each one capable of blasting a jet from the sky in seconds. Rico hesitates. He can turn back and live, or push forward to protect the strike jet still bombing their targets below. We hold position. He decides, we're not leaving the F-16S alone. The Eagles fly into the storm. Missile radars lock on. The cockpit fills with warning tones. At that very moment, far away inside an E-3 AWACS aircraft, radar operator Mark White watches the blips on his massive screen. He sees the F-15S approaching the missile zone, and something else. Another MiG-29, a third one, speeding toward Rico from the left. Radar off, invisible. Mark knows this isn't his sector anymore, but he can't ignore it. He hesitates for a moment, then grabs the MiG. Pop-up contact. 330 degrees, 13 miles.
Rico instantly reacts. Fuel tanks jettison. Metal tanks fall away and tumble into the sky. He banks hard left, vapor streaming off his wings. His radar screen lights up the new MiG-29, 8 miles away, closing fast. Both pilots see each other at the same time. The Iraqi switches on his radar. Rico's warning receiver screams. Two supersonic fighters face-to-face heading toward each other at more than Mach 2. But there's a problem. The rules of engagement demand visual identification inside 10 miles. Rico can't shoot unless he's sure it's not a friendly F-117 stealth jet. Hold fire, he orders. But the MiG pilot doesn't wait. He locks onto Rico. I'm getting spiked. Rico yells. He flips his jet upside down and dives hard, releasing chaff. The desert rushes up fast. I'm getting low. Terrain will mask me, but the lock stays. The missile tone continues to scream. Above, Mole finishes the identification check. Hostile confirmed. Rico hears the sweetest words in the world cleared hot. Mole presses the trigger. Fox 1. The AIM-7 Sparrow streaks across the sky a white line of death. Seconds later, a bright flash. The MiG explodes mid-air, scattering debris like black confetti across the desert. Splash 1. Rico pulls up hard just 500 feet above the ground. He exhales. His heartbeat pounds in his headset, but it's not over. Mark White's voice cuts through the static again. Second group, north, 10 miles. Another pair of MiG-29s are coming in. Rico looks at Mole. You good, always. They turn north. On the radar, a new contact glows bright. Rico locks it, but just before he fires, Mole's system flashes a warning. Wait! He's showing friendly. Rico frowns. How could that be? The Iraqis have similar radar signatures as coalition jets. He decides to visually confirm. Stay on me, he says. The F-15 dives, cutting through a cloud layer. Then he sees it. The MiG's green camouflage and the red-white-black flag of Iraq painted on its tail. That's a MiG-29. He rolls left, sliding into a perfect attack position. But the Iraqi sees him too.
The sky explodes with motion. The two jets twist and roll, cutting through the air at 600 knots. He's turning left. Copy that. I'm with you. Rico pulls 10 gigaseconds, vision narrowing, blood draining from his head. The MiG flashes past his canopy. He yanks a stick, staying on his tail. The desert spins below. Both jets dive, trading altitude for speed. Inside the MiG, the Iraqi pilot breathes hard. His radar screams. He knows the Eagle is right behind him. Rico lines him up. He's in my circle. He arms an AIM-9 Sidewinder. Heat-seeking missile. The tone buzzes in his headset. Tone. Fox 2. The missile shoots off, but before it can strike, the MiG dives straight toward the ground. Rico watches in disbelief. He's going down a steep. The Iraqi tries to pull up, too late. The MiG hits the sand in a fireball, vanishing into the desert. Splash 2. Rico says quietly. The radio falls silent. Just a steady hum of the engines and the faint hiss of oxygen in their helmets. Rico looks out over the desert. Smoke columns rise from both crashes. The sun is already climbing higher, burning away the morning haze. Greater than. Tactical right side, Mole says. Joining formation. For a few moments, they fly in silence to silhouettes above a broken land. Then, Rico finally speaks. Let's go home. When the mission debrief is over, the numbers are clear. Rico Rodriguez has scored to confirm kills that morning, both MiG-29 Fulcrums. In the coming years, he would down another MiG over Kosovo, making him one of America's last air-to-air aces. But to Rico, victory never felt like celebration. He later said, "Every time I pulled the trigger, I knew someone wasn't coming home. It wasn't glory, it was survival." His story became a symbol of precision, courage, and restraint, the values of a true fighter pilot. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Deep Story Hub, where we bring you real stories of war, courage, and humanity, one mission at a time.